Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, TheCassanEdit, where I share all things fashion, beauty, and lifestyle, my way of course. Today I'm going to be running down the list of luxury items I will never purchase. I know it's harsh to say never, and we usually say never, right? But I think I'm pretty sure about these items. So let's see what I put on this list. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so what I have on today is a sweater dress from Soroya, which I got on Forward. This is something that I showcased on the video where I talked about what I bought during my first trimester. I love this. The shoulder pads just does it for me, and it's also very long and comfortable. I can just throw it on with some leggings, which is what I have on right now, and that is my look. So let's get into this list, but I do want to preface this by saying, please do not go buy this and not go buy what your heart desires. Do you. This is just my personal opinion on things that I wouldn't add to my particular wardrobe, but it does not mean that it would not work for you. We all know that one item that you don't feel like works for you, but then when you see it on someone else, they kill it. So moral of the story is buy whatever you want. The other thing is I am going to infuse some items that I actually would purchase within this list, just so you guys can see where I'm at as far as what I would put in my closet, and maybe it can help you also make some decisions, because there are some trendy items that I would not purchase, but then there's other trendy items that I would add to my wardrobe. You feel me? All right, let's get into this. Okay, first things first are the Valentino platforms. Yes, I know platforms are all the rage for the season. It is a trend that has been going strong for a few seasons now. But the Valentino platforms are something that I could pass on. And you also know how much I love Valentino. That's something I don't feel like I necessarily need to add to my wardrobe. It isn't something that when I see, I'm absolutely gagging over and wanting and lusting. No. It's one of those things where it's just a pass. I will pass. It's a nice shoe. It looks good, but I'm over it. And I'm also tired of seeing everyone with them on. The orange color especially. The ivory color I feel like is softer on my eyes, but every time I see the orange pair, I'm like, ugh, there goes those shoes again. So yeah, I'm over it. But it is a classic style as far as the round toe goes and the ankle strap and also just the platform in general, but it's not anything that I would add. The next one is another platform, which is the Versace ones, which I'm sure you've all seen as well. I'm definitely not going to add this shoe to my wardrobe. And this is one of those pieces where it's super trendy, but I wouldn't mind getting the dupe, which I do have. I have the dupe of these in the ASOS version, which looks really nice. I just thought the pink was a really fun color, and I felt like it was something fun to add to my wardrobe for the season, but I definitely wouldn't invest in the actual designer one because I just don't feel like it's worth the price point for that particular shoe, especially in that color. Although the pink color is popular along with the other colors like the black, it's not something that's going to be long lasting. By the time next fall comes, no one's going to be thinking about that shoe anymore. It's a satin material, which means that it's something that you can pull out during all the special occasions, such as weddings, birthdays, holidays. So I don't feel like I'm going to pay for a shoe like that I only feel like I'll bring out for special occasions. And also that people are just not going to be thinking about pretty soon. Whew, the next thing. Chanel. Yeah, y'all. Chanel really has the audacity, y'all. They really have the audacity. And let me just tell you why. And I'm sure you've heard all these reasons already, but I'm going to tell you again, just in case. Number one, this past January was the 4th price increase in a year. And we're talking about post the pandemic. Not even, because we're still trying to get our heads above water with this whole pandemic. So I have a whole issue altogether with these brands raising prices during a time that is so difficult on a global level. So that's one. Second, I own very few Chanels, but the sentiments are the same across the board. When you read the articles, when you go through people's stories, when you hear people who have a whole collection of Chanel purses, they all say that the quality does not meet the prices. And it's like, come on. Come on. They're trying to be Hermes. Even though I do not own any Hermes, at least we know the quality is there. But for Chanel to be trying to reach an Hermes level, but then skimp on the quality? What are we doing? In 2022? When we can go out and buy it on a reseller site, or go to What Goes Around Comes Around, or go on Fashion File and purchase at a lesser price? No. And then what's also happening is those reseller sites are also driving up their cost. What used to be $2,500 is now $8,000. So, needless to say, I will not be buying any Chanel. Now, I do want to make sure I clarify that I will not buy any new Chanel. You won't catch me going into the store. I'm already not that girl. I rarely walk into fashion retailers. That is not something that I typically do. If I want any designer, I am scouring the net and scouring all the reseller sites to see where I can get that item at a good price. Or if any of the major retailers has a discount, I'm hopping on that too. A girl like me to go and buy a full price Chanel, it'll never happen. It'll just never happen. I am not that girl. Simple. I'm not that girl. And when the Chanel 19 came out, that was one of the bags that I was like, oh my God, it is next on my list to get. And then all of this started to happen, and all of a sudden it just knocked the taste out of my mouth. I still think it's a beautiful bag, and I do think somewhere in the future I'll get it. I thought I would have it much sooner, and let's just say that's nowhere in the near future for me right now. I am not thinking about adding any Chanels. I don't mind getting a vintage Chanel. Vintage Chanel's quality is exquisite, so I would get me something secondhand. Don't let me catch an estate sale where some grandma has all this vintage Chanel in her collection. I will have all my Chanel, right? But not at the price points that they're selling right now. Definitely not. I only own one Chanel. It's the wallet chain bag. Love it. I actually want to get a new one, but I will not go to the store to buy that. I got that bag off of Poshmark for an amazing deal, probably in like 2017. I don't think I'll ever find that bag for the price that I found it for. I don't think I would. But I definitely want a newer version of that bag, so I for sure will look on the reseller sites for those. All right, now this next one might be a little controversial because I actually love the brand, but I'm not loving the price point. And it's Amina Muaddi, y'all. Amina Muaddi's prices don't add up. Their shoes are just way too pricey for the type of shoe that they sell. Now, I watched Janae from High Low Luxe's New York Fashion Week vlog, and when I tell you, I was sick when the embellished emblem fell off her shoe and she said she had to go backtrack her steps in New York City to find the embellished piece to a $1,600 boot. I was just like, oh no, oh no. Mind you, I really love certain styles of the shoe. The boot is fire, but I also love shoes like the Begum. I forgot what other styles, but the Begum is the one that speaks to me the most. And I do like the brighter colored, I think it's called the Begum too. I do like the brighter colored plastic ones, but it's like, again, the price, for the price, like I just saw Melissa from the Lip Bar who was celebrating her 10-year anniversary. She had on these gorgeous red ones with this all red look. Oh my goodness. They just look beautiful. And I also really wanted the forest green colored ones, but you see them everywhere. You see them on Amazon. And my girl Politics and Fashion just did a video not too long ago basically saying that you could walk into rainbows and find it. And she actually, I think either she did it on her YouTube video or on her stories, but she actually did a walkthrough in a rainbows like store, and sure enough she found an Amina Muaddi dupe. So it's like, am I gonna pay for that, or am I just gonna pay the $30 on Amazon for a shoe that I may not even pull out that much? I feel like Candice Brathwaite from London said it best. There's a clip of hers that I watched where she was just reviewing certain shoes, and she actually has 2 Amina Muaddi shoes. But it was like, you ain't been on the scene for but 2 seconds and you already hitting the $1,000 price point? I don't know, y'all. I don't know if that's worth it. Nah. It's not like this is a Gucci or a Prada. They have not been around for that long. I actually don't know how long they've been around. I'll put it up on the screen because I'm not for sure. But it's not a cemented brand like other designer brands who have shoes at that price point. You know, like Manolo. Manolo's been around forever, and their price points is kind of like they have paid the price during their formative years, and now as top dogs in the game, they're like, yesterday's price is not today's price. So I get those other brands. Not Amina Muaddi though. Not Amina Muaddi. But anyway, I digress. Here's where I could tell you a shoe that is trendy that I would actually get, which is somewhat similar to the Amina Muaddis. It is the Jimmy Choo Bing. I would get that shoe. I would get that shoe, y'all, especially in the neon color. Especially in the neon color. Whew, it is so gorgeous. I love mules. I love all the razzle dazzle. Razzle dazzle me up. It's a pointy toe high heel, which is a very classic shape. The only thing that's trendy about it is the color, if you choose to go with any of the neon ones, like the pink or the yellow. I also think they have a clear version, but I would for sure get that shoe and have absolutely no problems. So that's a shoe that I would get as opposed to the Amina Muaddis. I hate to add this one to the list because it's a black designer brand, but I just got to keep it real. All right, so the Telfar leather bags. I can't do it. Every time I see it, I just don't feel like the quality's there. Granted, I have never seen one in person. I have never been able to touch one with my hands and actually feel what the quality is like. But what I do know is that whatever meets my eye when I see it online or wherever, I never feel like the quality of the leather is there. The leather always looks like it's plastic. It looks like it's fake. And I know it has to be real, right? Or am I wrong? Is it real? Is it not? I'll have to put up those credentials afterwards. I don't know that bit. I should have. I apologize. But if that is real leather and it looks like that, then I don't know. I don't know. And those are everywhere. And I understand, like, people are definitely supporting for the culture, all of that. I get all of that, and I'm all for it. So if you like that bag, if you want to get it because you are going to support no matter what because you're a diehard, go for it. I just like leather that actually looks like leather. And I don't want it, and if it's faux leather as well, I don't want it to look like that shiny, fake type of leather. I want it to emulate the real thing, if you know what I mean. But what I would get is the Telfar collaboration that they had with Uggs. I would get that bag. I had my pulse on that for a while, but then I got pregnant and completely fell off. So I don't even know if that's still available, and I know that they were like flying off the shelves. And kudos to Telfar, because even with what I feel like the bag looks like, that thing stays selling out. So more props to them. But the UGG version, I would definitely add to my wardrobe, and I probably still will. Next up is the Fendi First shoe. Not the bag, the shoe. I'm not feeling that heel. The Fendi First sandal, I should say. I'm not feeling the sandal at all. Something about it looks really dated, or it just looks like your grandma wearing it. Besides the fact that the heel is a little funky, but it still looks like a sandal that your grandmother would wear. I don't know why. The boot looks a little bit better. I'll put up a picture because you'll see what I mean. If you are understanding where I'm going right now, you will see that the boot looks a little bit better than the sandal. So that is something I'll never buy. You will never see me buy the Fendi First sandal. The boot, maybe. No, I'm not into, I just don't like the heel. The heel throws it off for me. The heel just throws it off for me. But something in the Fendi family that I would buy, that I thought I would not buy, but then recently, whew, let me tell you, some of these designers, you already know how I feel about Valentino, keeping up with the times. Fendi is another one. And they are killing the game, okay? I didn't think I was into I think it's called the Fendi Graphy bag. Monroe actually just bought a cute little wristlet one. I wouldn't buy it because it's too small and I don't feel like it'd be functional for the price. But then Coco Bassi, I don't know if that, or Bassi, I don't know how to say the last name, I'm so sorry. She was at Milan Fashion Week and she posted a reel with a bunch of Fendi bags. And the Fendi Graphy bag came up in this mint fur that I almost dropped my phone when I saw it. I almost dropped my phone. I mean, first of all the bags that she showed in that reel were gag worthy. Every single one. But that green fur, it was like, you know when a guy sees a girl and they're just like, oh, the things I would do to you. That's what I was thinking about a bag. Like, the things I would do with you. Whew. Y'all. And I also like the metallic. There's a metallic one. Again, certain things, they're trendy. I may be into them. I may not be. It just goes according to my preference. And then I may not be into something one moment and then all of a sudden it's like, and that's how I felt. I liked Monroe's bag when she showed the reveal on her vlog, but I was like, oh, it's not for me, but it's really cute on her. But then when I saw this, everything went out the window. I was like, oh, all right. Add the Fendi Graphy bag to the list. It's no longer on that list of things I wouldn't get. Whew. The last thing that I'm going to add to this, I'm adding this to the list of luxury because of the price point. I don't know if you guys would consider it luxury, but we're going to throw it out there anyway. Also because I am sick and tired of seeing them. And it's the Yeezy insulated boots. Why on earth anybody walks with these? I'm not judging anybody for any of these items that I'm listing, but this one, I might. Every time I see somebody with these boots online, because I've never seen anyone in person, I am like, why do they have these on? What makes this attractive? That boot to me is futuristic gone wrong. I get what they were trying to do. You know Kanye, he's always trying to be ahead of the curve and do something different and throw something completely brand new to the scene. But I think that one was a fail. As much as people are out here rocking these things to death, that is a complete fail to me. You will never, ever see me wear those. I will never purchase them. They are $1,300 plus on Farfetch right now. You'll never catch me wearing those. And you can also add the foam runners to that too. They're at a lower price point, but you can add those to that too. No, I loved some of the Yeezy items in past years, but this stuff that's coming out right now, totally not my vibe. Just not my vibe. Yeah, not my vibe at all. All right, so that is everything on my list as far as luxury items that I would not purchase in the here and now. Can't tell you what would happen in the future. Most of those things are a no. You might see an Amina pop up. You'll never see a Yeezy pop up ever, 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 ever. Okay? Tell me what you think about the list down below in the comments. I want to chat with you guys. I want to know if y'all are on the same page as me or if you think I just went completely left with it. Let's have a conversation. I really want to chat it up about this because I'm really curious to know where everybody else's head is at with these things. I just want to know what y'all think. Make sure you subscribe to your girl and like this video so that YouTube continues to push my content because I am out here working for y'all. It is 3 videos a week, you guys. I post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. Tomorrow is March 1st, and it is going to be a month of rolling out reels. So wish your girl luck. but also make sure you go ahead and hit that follow. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around with me. I will catch you guys later. Bye, y'all.